Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to be talking about the Incident to practices, the rules, and whether or not you're flagging audits. So let's get started. There's a lot of dangers involved if you're not billing out correctly. For instance, if you're billing everything done by the nurse practitioner or the PA under the physician's number, or if you're billing new patients under Incident to, or you're billing new problems under Incident to, or if you're not educating your non-physician practitioners about the rules. You got to be careful about that. You need to understand that Incident to before it's too late. These rules have been around since 1997, and many private carriers do not recognize Incident to the way Medicare does. So you need to know which ones do and which ones do not. And if you decide you're going to be following the rules, you may need to be getting your nurse practitioner credentialed, and that can take 60 to 120 days for the nurse practitioner or PA or the non-physician practitioner to get credentialed. Doesn't the physician have to be credentialed? Yes, the supervising physician must be credentialed by Medicare if you're going to be billing out Incident to. Does the nurse practitioner or PA have to be credentialed with Medicare in order to bill out under Incident to? No, there is no requirement for that. Now, if you're going to bill out under the non-physician practitioner's number, they have to be credentialed. But if you're billing Incident to, they don't have to be. But where can you not perform Incident to services would be the hospital or the skilled nursing facility. And what about what can be performed? Well, these are services that's commonly performed or included in the physician bills. So if the service would normally be billed out by a physician office, it's going to qualify for being Incident to. Now, when can you do it? Well, under established patients only. You cannot bill out Incident to on a new patient or a patient with a new problem. If, say, for instance, if you're taking care of the diabetes on the patient and the patient says, "Oh, I've got a pain in my knee. Can you take a look at that?" Now, then you would have to bill that service under the non-physician practitioner and not under Incident to. But what if the nurse practitioner or PA makes a medication adjustment? That means that you're not following the same course of action that was already established by the physician. So that would have to be billed out under the non-physician practitioner's number also. Now, what about the physician requirement to be on premises or the direct supervision? Under normal situation, yes, you cannot bill out Incident to unless the physician is on the premises. And that doesn't mean in the same room, but in the same suite, it does require. Now, during the public health emergency right now, that's been going on since 2020 and has just been extended for the first quarter of 2023, then during the public health emergency, the direct supervision has been modified to be so that as long as a physician is available if needed by audio video, in other words, the provider is carrying or the physician is carrying their cell phone with them in their pocket or in their golf bag. That doesn't mean they have to be connected right then, but they do have to have it with them in case you need to bring them on board to have an audio video with them. Now, how about after the public health emergency is over? We're not sure how long the direct supervision rules are going to be modified afterwards. This may be included in what's been extended till the end of 2024, but I'm not sure yet. We're going to have to find out. Now, remember, if you don't follow the rules, then there can be some pretty severe penalties regarding this, because improper billing under the Incident to can lead to all kinds of problems like administrative sanctions, false claim charges against you by the government, and even criminal prosecution. For instance, back in 2021, fiscal year 2021, several things happened. DOJ opened 805 new civil healthcare fraud investigations, and then they opened 831 new criminal healthcare fraud investigations. And on top of that right there, they also had, 1,689 individuals and entities that were excluded from the entire federal program. So they do take this kind of serious. Now, you have to make sure you follow the rules, and it doesn't mean that you have to bill always under Incident to. For instance, let's say at 9:15 in the morning, the non-physician practitioner sees a patient and is following up for diabetes. That could be billed out Incident to. And then 45 minutes later, they see a new patient with arm pain. Well, that would have to be billed out under the non-physician practitioner's number. So if you're going to bill it out under their number, they have to be credentialed. And then at 11:30, say that same morning, a follow-up on hypertension. and that could be incident 2 also. Just make sure you're following the rules right here, and you'll find out that you're doing it benefits the practice. Remember, if you're billing out incident 2, you get paid the same amount, and the claim looks identical as if the physician did a service. If you're billing it out under the non-physician practitioner's number, you're going to take that 15% reduction, because remember, the Medicare allowed amount is reduced by 15%. And many of the commercial carriers are doing the same thing. Well, I hope this has been helpful to you. If you like this right here, you enjoyed it, do me a favor, hit like and subscribe or whatever. I'm not sure why, but we want you to. Okay. Thank you again. If you have any questions, let us know.